G'day Tim, g'day everybody else, and welcome back to For Running Shoes. It's fantastic to have you back once again to just follow along with Tim and I as we run. Welcome to another week. It's been a pretty unremarkable week for me. That's okay, I've added a couple of kilometres. I just pretty well maintaining what I was doing throughout last week. I had a bit of a strange run on Saturday, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Unfortunately, Tim and I won't be running together for a little while. The COVID restrictions have tightened again as things are continuing on. So we could technically still run together because there's only two of us and we'd be outside exercising. But we think it's probably safest just to hold back for now. We will probably be putting out a video later in the week about that, but we won't be doing a usual Saturday video for now. So just be aware that that's coming up. And so I'm going to talk about my week. As I said, unremarkable. And they happen from time to time as runners. We're not always breaking our speed records. We're not always pushing unbelievable distances. Sometimes we just need to have a pretty average week. And by unremarkable, I mean it was not less distance than last week. I wasn't running much slower than last week, but it was just, I wasn't progressing super fast. It was just pretty easy. And that's okay. My body feels really good. Sometimes we need to be having these. Next week, I will be stepping it up. But let's actually talk about this week. So I started with Monday with my very easy run. It's Monday, just had my very easy run for the week. So I ran just over 3 kilometers in about 5 minutes, 30-second pacing per kilometer. Felt really comfortable. I was actually finding that I was trying to speed up as I was going. So I was just like, no, this is a really easy run. I'm going to pull back, which worked out well. So I'll run again tomorrow and that should be good. And then I had a slightly harder 6 kilometer on Tuesday. It's Tuesday, just got back from my 6 kilometer run. So I added 1 kilometer this run compared to last week. Did it with 5 minutes and 9-second pacing. So a pretty comfortable pace, but it felt really good. I should have taken my headlamp. It was dark and cold when I got home. That's all right. And we'll have a day off tomorrow and we're running it on Thursday. So a pretty easy start to the week. I spoke last week about adding an extra run for the week and having 2 runs in a row. So I took it pretty easy for those runs again, just as my body gets used to running 2 days in a row. I had a rest day on Wednesday and then Thursday I ran again. And I'm back from my Thursday run. I ran just over 6 kilometers in 5 minutes and 54-second pacing, which wasn't as fast as perhaps I would have liked, but it felt pretty comfortable and I was happy to sit on that for now. As I'm adding a lot of distance at the moment, I'm happy to not push the speed too much. Just want to get the miles in and then we'll add the speed later. But it felt good. It's nice that I'm able to be out when it's still sunny, and that was nice. So that was one of my faster runs for the week. And then we get to Saturday. Now, Saturday was a bit of an unusual one. So Tim, in your previous video, you challenged me to run a mile and see how fast I could do it. So I'm going to let me explain now what exactly I did. So I still wanted to get my long run in. So I essentially broke my run into 3 parts. I'll let me explain. Here he is. It is Saturday. I'm about to go for my run. It's already dark pretty well, so I'll be putting my head torch on very, very soon. I am not running with Tim today because of the new restrictions. We're not going to be running together for the next few weeks. That's okay. But Tim has challenged me to run a mile as fast as I can. So I'm going to include that in my long run for today. So my original plan was to run about 10 kilometers today. I'm going to probably cut that a little short and I'm going to cut my run into 3 bits. I'm going to have the first 2 kilometers going to be my warm up. So I'm going to be running at a very comfortable pace just to get my muscles warm. Then I'm going to run my 1 mile. 1.6 kilometers. I'm actually going to count a little bit longer because my Strava data is not as accurate as I'd quite like it. It says that I run further than I do. Not too much, but it does make a difference. So instead of running, I'll run 1.7 according to my phone data. That's okay. We'll just call that a mile for today. And then I'll finish off the run with, it'll be probably about 6 kilometers or so. So probably not quite 10Ks today, but I'm running as fast as I can for some of it. Let's get to it. I'm not going to film during the run because you will just see this. All right, let's get to it.
I know you can't really see me, so I'll speak quickly. I changed my mind, I will film a little bit. Haven't quite put my torch on, I will very soon. I can still see a good 50 meters in front of me. I'm just about done my 2 kilometer warm up. So I've run about 5:10 pacing, just really comfortable. And I'll pause it in a second and I'll have a go at my mile. We'll see how we go. My shoe is a little bit wet already. It's raining, so we'll just see how this goes. Not sure if you can see that. There's some kangaroos. Here's one. I'm just going to stay on my path. Hi there, buddy. How are you? I'm going to leave my torch on so that they can see me and not get spooked and tear my guts out. They're big and powerful creatures. I don't want to get really too close. Just do my mile. 7 minutes and 7 seconds, which is so about a 4:10 per kilometre pace, which I'm reasonably happy with. I think we've got a long way to go before we're running the speeds that I'd like to, but that's all right. My head torch is running out of batteries by the look of it, so I'm going to turn around pretty soon and I'll chat with you at the end.
I'm back. I ran in total, I think, about 9 kilometers. I'm not exactly sure what time because I was stopping in between the 3 separate runs that I did, but feeling good. My mile went well, I think. We've got some improving to do on the top speed, but we'll work on that. So the legs are feeling great. I'm gonna get warm now because it's cooling down and I'm pretty wet. So there we go, just under 7 minutes and 10 seconds for the mile. I would like to run faster than that in the future, but there's a starting place. I haven't done a lot of speed training over the last 6 or 7 weeks while I've been running regularly again, and just because I've been getting my body used to running distances again. But I think that now that I'm running, 25 kilometers a week, I ran almost 25 kilometers this week, I think it's probably start to throw in some additional different kinds of training. So I might throw in some intervals, I might throw in some hills, might do some grass runs. We'll see. That's not for next week. I think I'm still going to add a little bit more distance next week, but we might think about it for the following week. And that's where I'll leave it for today. As I said, a fairly unremarkable week, but the legs are feeling really good. I'm feeling fitter than I have in a very long time, and I'm pleased with how it's going. We'll step it up again next week. And Tim, I'm looking forward to seeing what you've been up to this week as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Everybody, it's fantastic once again to have you here. Please make sure you're subscribed to 4 Running Shoes so as to not miss any of mine or Tim's updates. Tim will be with you with a new video on Thursday, and I will see you later. Take care.